Hey kings and queens, today we're making something electric and absolutely delicious. We are making vegan fried fish. Star of the show today is oyster mushroom. These can be manipulated to be whatever you want them to be. You can make them taste like chicken, or like we are doing today, we're gonna make them taste like vegan fish. It's literally all about the way you season it. So after you finish drying off your mushrooms, you are going to strip them like so to your desired shape. I like to make them like fish strips, that way it's easier for it to fry. Next, I'm going to use our alkaline vegan seafood made with Dr. Sebi approved ingredients spice. So now this spice is sold from foodforniggas.com. So this is our first seasoning that we're going to be launching this week actually. And in it we have sea salt, we have nori, we have sea moss powder, we have all your favorite sea vegetables dulce in this mix. So I'm going to use about 1.5 teaspoons in this mix. Then I'm going to add some African bird pepper or cayenne is what I'm using in this case because I love to add a little bit of spice to it. Next, we are going to crush 1 nori sheet. I just like to add even more sea flavor with adding the seaweed to it. But if you're not a fan of seaweed, you can omit this. You're also going to add 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Then you're going to mix all of that electric goodness together. Set that aside, and now we're going to make our wet batter. For our batter, we are going to use 1.5 cup of chickpea flour. And this all varies depending on the texture you would like your oyster mushrooms to be. I like mine to be nice, flaky, and crunchy. So I like to make my wet batter a little bit thicker, like pancake batter. So we're going to add another teaspoon of our seafood mix, then 1/2 teaspoon of ground annatto. We're going to add 1 cup of spring water, and we're going to mix all that electric goodness together. I'm going to add another 1/2 cup of spring water so that way it's nice and smooth. For our breadcrumb replacement, we are using some quinoa. So basically what I did was I blended about 1/2 cup of quinoa. I made it into the quinoa flour, but I left a little bit of flakes just to add a little bit of crunch to our vegan fish. And finally, we are going to add another teaspoon of our alkaline electric seafood mix. Then we're also going to add a little bit more of our chickpea flour. And this is about 1 teaspoon of the chickpea flour just to help it bind a little bit better with the breadcrumbs. I'm also going to add 1/2 nori sheet to the dry batter as well. Then we are going to dip into the wet and then coat with our dry batter, and then we're going to set aside. This is what it looks like when it's all coated with that yummy quinoa flour / breadcrumbs. Next, we're going to use some grapeseed oil. Using about 1/2 cup of grapeseed oil. I'm going to fry each of the oyster mushrooms 1 minute each or until it's nice and browned. And there you have it, folks. Our alkaline electric crawfish vegan fried fish whatever you want to call it. You can actually add this to a sandwich or pair this with your favorite meal. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace and love.